funny to call Jesus gems of the jewel of the Jews, which he really was. If you look at it from a Christianist standpoint from India, because in India, in India and Asia, they look at Jesus as Krishna. Some people interchange Jesus and Krishna together.
Right.
They see them like as the same identity. They don't really separate it. They're just like the same. So Baba says he's very happy this morning. He says everything goes much better when everybody is in devotion at the feet of the Lord's lotus feet. It's just happier that way. Why can't you all just get it together? It's just happier, happier, happier. We're all just happier. Devotion at the light of the Lord's lotus feet. He goes, I remember how angry I got when the women took away my grinder as I was grinding away for the disease. He said, I was grinding, and I had focus on that. Focus, like I was at the light of the Lord's lotus feet. I was at the light of the Lord's lotus feet. Who should tear me away from the light of the Lord's lotus feet? And he's saying we should all have that devotion, being at the light of the Lord's lotus feet. Don't let anybody tear you away. So it's kind of funny. So he goes, people put you in games. So he said, when a person puts you in a game where they're tearing you away from the light of the Lord's lotus feet, do what you have to put yourself and them back in the ball game to be in the light of the Lord's lotus feet. Or at least if they don't want to be in it, you just be in the light of the Lord's lotus feet and just leave them to go on their way. And no harm done, no foul done. Like Sai Baba would say with his sword sometimes. Sometimes, people would see snakes or whatever in the tree, and he'd go to pick up his sword, and he'd say, I'll get the monster. And they'd be, oh, it's all gone. It was just something you were seeing in your mind. It's all gone. So it's something you kind of said yesterday about when you were saying to me how I said I was like, I'm not having sensation for certain things anymore. Like I'm just losing senses and you're like, it is like you're emptying yourself out for the Lord, actually. And I can see how in that one book that lady says that when she pukes up and she says, I felt like I was emptying myself out for the Lord. And with Sai Baba, you do feel like every time something happens, you're like, Sai, what are you up to now? Don't you feel like that now? Don't you feel, no, seriously, don't you feel like that now? Sai, what are you up to now?
It's the first one. Do we need more, Sai? Do we need more? Okay, I guess we do. Okay.
This is his time. Do the foot lock. When you're sitting, wrap your right leg around your left. Says, Rebecca, come out, you're the holy dove. Richard Hay, A.K.A Richard Hay, Christ is saying, open up the shield of your heart. So you know the one picture where Christ is ripping open the shield of his heart. What am I? What am I? You know what Sai Baba says. What am I? Hindu, Muslim, I am God, I am Shiva, so
you are the awareness of being I am.
Yeah. Yes, I, 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 yes, I. Boro tushi kita na bola sai na ke tania karo tushi kini acha bola sai na ke. Bola cheta barakushi kini acha beke na acha bola kini akabulo chu kini acha. Bola sai kini acha beshe ke na ke lo tubianya chete ke bola sai. He's throwing up prasads in heaven to the kids and candy. He's so happy we're talking about him, but he's leaving us. He's like over us. He's throwing candies. He's dancing up and down, and he's throwing candies. He's like, okay, you two go. No. And now here comes Swami Samarth. Now he's got a big...
Here come the Padukas.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, here come the...
Oh, you gotta listen to this. There's a story by Sri M, right? And I think it's Nitya or whatever his name was. He was a reclusive, and he and his buddy went to see him. The buddy, his guru said, you need to talk to this guy. And the guy was really cranky with the people in front of him. So M didn't know what he was going to get into. He's a young kid, 12, 13 or something. And he goes in there, and the guys get soft and nice to him. And he says, you have to go, more mountain up the mountain, more out mountain, open, something like that. And then the kid says something, and he whacks him up the side of the head, basically, about knocks him out, And his guru says, basically, well, that was a blessing. That was a blessing. And the kid's not too sure about why it was a blessing. And about 10 years later, I guess, when he's an adult, they're cleaning out his left, I forget what the ventricles, the electrical system, nadas. He was cleaning out the left nada, right? And he got they were doing something. Okay, the left nadas, and he says, do we have to do the right? No, not yet. I knocked that out of you 10 years ago.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
It's a cool story.
Oh, my God, that's so funny. That's so funny. Jesus is picking up my sword. He says, charge forward, Miss Rebecca, charge forward.
Charge! It's San Juan Hill all over again. Charge! Into the valley of the shadow, death road to 500.
I did some sword forms, so you have to go like all my sword forms on both my Facebook pages.
Well, I saw one where you had the sword and the staff, and you had a picture holding them up with the light. I saw that one. That's the one I was asking. It didn't have the option to share, other than
it didn't. Messenger. I don't get.
So what I do with David, I got permission just to send any of the stuff on mine. So I copied the picture, and then I put my comment, and then I put that in the share thing in the box on my website. I did that a couple times today. I just wanted to make sure it was okay to. I thought you were consciously not trying to share it.
Oh no, I don't know why it's not doing that.
Sure. Okay.
Oh, Oh, I think because I have it set up for friends only.
Okay.
I don't have it set up for. I don't have it set up for public.
Yeah, you can only share public ones.
Yeah.
But
So
you can make a
one.
copy. It does give you the option to get the link, and then I just go take the link, put it on my page, and put my comments, and so it's easy enough to do. But, the Sri M is sort of cool. He's very down to earth, but he says some outrageously profound things in the everyday context. It's a very interesting mix. Very down to earth.
Like
and
what?
Just his phraseology is just pure straight spirit when he's talking about it. It was sort of like in the moment out of the clear blue when the guy asked him about the other guy. He immediately, before he says anything else about the other guy or what the other guy does, the other side, the later side, and he starts letting the ashes come out and so forth. He's there's a bit of a innocent rascality, I would say, about him. It's really sort of neat. But he comes out with, in the writing, there's just some profound gems that just show up. It's really cool. Anyway, it's my kind of candy, It's my
Rich, you have lots of your kind of candy.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, but I can appreciate other flavors, I guess.